Now, is flow and autopilot the same thing? Keep on watching to find out what I think. Yo guys, welcome back to the channel. So today is going to be different. We're going to be talking about flow. There's just some personal brand stuff. But yeah, we're talking about flow and autopilot. Are they one of the same or are they completely different? What are your thoughts on the matter? And I'm going to have a nice kind of monster. We got the Assault here. Yeah, because in this heat we need nice cold kind of monster. Of course, be drinking plenty of water as well. I got water over there in a Coke bottle. But yeah, water's really good. You don't want to be feeling tired, you don't want to be feeling sick, and you want to be upbeat, you want to be knowing where your head is at, okay? Alright, so I'm going to have some of this monster quick. Wow, tastes so good. Right, so let's get into it. So this come about because the other day I was having a drink with my mate at the pub, and he says to me, he says, so tell me about your brand GFlow. And I was explaining about like being in flow state and this, that and the other, and he was like, but autopilot is the same thing, right? But is it though? Because I was explaining to him like, so what is your definition of autopilot? And he says, well, doing things without thinking. Yes, kind of. That does fit into flow. But then I come out with all this stuff, and I told him watch my video as well, because I'm gonna be explaining it in a video to you guys. And I want you guys to comment on this video and tell me what your thoughts and feelings are on the matter. Is flow the same as autopilot or not? So here's what I think. So autopilot, yes. Sometimes when you're in autopilot and you're doing things that like serving customers or doing work, excuse me, and it's just, you're not thinking about it. But then again, the thing with autopilot, like robots don't have flow. They're just in autopilot because they're programmed to do set of tasks day in, day out, straight away, yeah? Whereas flow is so much more different. Like, okay, so autopilot, say for instance, you know, you work in a restaurant or something, you're just doing you've got to take food out, or if you're cooking the food, it's and you know, it is what it is. You've been trained, you've been programmed to do this step 1, step 2, step 3, yada yada. And there's no thing like, what happens when something occurs? So a customer says, I'm not happy with this. You're straight out of that state. You're straight out of autopilot, and you're thinking, oh my god, like, what do I do? And you're freaking out. Because I know, because when I've been learning flow and I've been testing flow methods, autopilot was one of the first things I came across, and I thought, wow, this must be flow. But it wasn't, because I found out when I was working at the coffee shop and I was in autopilot, and then I started freaking out. The customer says, I don't like this. I'm like, what do I do? Like, and I started freaking out. But then I thought, you know, flow. And that's the difference when I've experienced flow motion, flow state, and like, so it's enhanced autopilot. Maybe I'd call it, because you're doing things and obviously it always works best when you've been practicing something for a long time. So working at a coffee shop, I worked there for 3 years. I went back. I'm currently working at a coffee shop, Costa. Yeah, if you ever fancy going in for a cup of coffee, Costa's your place, right? So yeah, so I was doing this autopilot thing, and then customers were coming to me saying, I don't like this drink, and it's like, rather than me freaking out, I'm like, I'm still in flow, I'm making all these other coffees, you know, I'm making a cappuccino. Hey, don't worry about that, Jennifer, I'll sort that out for you. And, you know, finish off the cappuccino, get the other drink sorted again. There you go, Jennifer. What's next? Flat white. Yeah, sure. You know, it's flow state is just so much more better, so much more. It feels great to be in flow, and you're not even thinking about this. Like, my mate I didn't know this, but one of my mates come into where I work, and he recorded like a 10-minute video of me. I had no idea at this point, but when I met up with him like a week later, and he was like, hey, I got this really cool video to show you. And I was like, oh, okay, well, what's it about then? And I was like, hang on a minute, that looks like the place I work. Like, what, you can't be recording videos in there? And he's like, no, watch mate, watch. And I was like, what am I supposed to be looking at? Like, me working? And he was like, no, look how busy it is, and look how you are compared to everyone else. Like, and I really looked, and I was like, wow, it's just normal. I didn't see what he's seen, but like from what I can gather, it's a proper busy. I think it was a Saturday or something like that. It was a really busy day, and I was making all these coffees. You know, I was going from over there to I was going from here to over there, making all these coffees, and I was doing spins. I was like randomly like doing like I'd make a drink here and do like a spin over there, and then I'd just be like, yeah, and I was working so fast. I didn't even think about how fast I was working. I was just like dish. And then even my colleagues were there. Like, some of my colleagues were just watching what I was doing, and I was like, why is everyone watching me for? But that opened my eyes a bit, and I'm gonna see if I can get that guy to send me that video if he still has it, and because I really want to show you guys and demonstrate like being in flow state versus autopilot. Autopilot is not bad, but you want to get to flow state. Once you get in flow state, everything just opens up to you. But yeah, tell me your thoughts and feelings on the matter. Like, have you experienced flow state in any way? Like, maybe drawing, if you've been drawing, or an easy way to get in flow state. Back in school, do you remember when you'd have these sheets of paper and you'd have to colour these things in? Flow state. It automatically kicks in, doesn't it? But yeah, and I'll join me in my next video. This video is a bit short, but join me in my next one when I talk about some of the things to help you get into flow and stay in flow for as long as possible. And yeah, okay, so thanks for hearing me out, guys, and I hope this video has helped some of you out there trying to understand about flow and about autopilot. And again, let me just suggest, like, flow is not bad. Flow is really, really good, because it's taking life as it is, yeah, taking life as it comes, but you can do anything. Like, you can stack skills and all this sort of stuff. Like, you can just like fly through everything, like housework, you know, schoolwork, homework, college work, coursework. There's so much things you can get in flow with. You just need to take the time to calm your mind, think, and just think, you know. And obviously being in flow is also about being efficient, because that's something that in my self-development journey, something that I'm trying to learn as best as I can to be efficient. And you know, I don't know, my partner is she's just so efficient, like, with everything she does. Like, I mean, like, the holiday that we went on, for example, it was a nice like week off and spend time with the family, spend time with the children, and she had like everything just sorted straight away. And I'm like, how can you have everything sorted straight away? And she just did. But yeah, so join me in my next video when I'll be explaining about how to get in flow easily and some of the things you can do to master flow. Alright, and I'm gonna go in 3, 2, 1.